more consistent streaming habit by next month. I just know that I'm gonna just ramble whether you're here or not. This weekend, I think like after this charity event that I'm gonna be watching is going on, I'm gonna try to shoot for the bi-weekly stream again. I'm definitely like been doing Saturday night streams, and next week going forward, I'm gonna try to be more consistent with that. Alright. Got a little distracted there. What battle are we on? I think this is the last battle of the set. I've just been getting my butt handed to me. Honestly, like, my plays is probably, like, as big of a reason for that as my team. But I'll blame my team. I'll blame my plays. I'd rather blame myself than my team, because my Pokemon are doing their best. I would feel bad putting them down just because I wasn't playing with them to unlock their full potential. Do I shield this Hydro Cannon, or do I try to put the pressure on myself? Now, I'd rather be the one to... how does that work? I was gonna say, I'd rather be the one to make them use the shield first, so I have that pressure on my side. And then somehow they got that other move first. I'm sure it would make sense if I actually saw the energy they had to. Maybe just a tie and they had more attack. It just stinks because, like, everything came down... I'm not going to waste my last shield. Everything with this Ditto matchup came down to, like, me getting the advantage over it, and now we're in trouble. I'm not saying it's over yet, but I'm not feeling pretty good about it either. You know what? That might have actually saved the day. I'm not... It is 3 versus 2, but I feel a lot more confident with this matchup now than I did with the Scizor versus the Swampert, honestly. I'm surprised they... I would assume that they would be aware that I could just swap away when they swap. So I'm kind of surprised that I actually got that hard switch. Like, that hard switch was huge. Catching this Charizard, getting it out of the picture, getting both their shields while still hitting one of my own. All that is possible thanks to just that play. And wow, they're not even... I'm not even sure what they're thinking here. Because I'm gonna get the Gyarados, and like, they had a Swampert, so they must have known that, like, my Ampharos couldn't do that much against it. The Swampert was the best option for the Ampharos, yet they let me, like, take care of all their Pokemon, and even get a little more extra chip damage off before going down. Like, if they didn't swap away from that Swampert, I could have easily lost this. I don't see how I would have won if they didn't swap away. Just to get get maybe like one fire move off on that Scizor. Really, that's not it? Wait, I'm so confused. If that was just one battle, that was the longest first battle ever. I don't recall playing a Pokemon Prize or the ranking. I'll keep going. If I find out when I'm splitting the videos, or when I'm splitting the stream of the videos, that I did 2 sets, then whatever. We got 2 sets with this battle. I won't complain about that. Aggron. I don't know if I showed it off lately, but I've seen some promising... I've had some fun with Aggron in Ultra League lately. Like, it's a Pokemon I haven't played around with since the very early days of GBL Ultra League, but I did a couple sets this season with it when I was lower in rank, and it actually served me quite well. I should have went with my gut and not blocked that. Thing is about this play, depending on, like, I could have ended it any time if I actually went up for the energy for that Focus Blast first. Because, yeah, Focus Blast would completely obliterate this thing. And it's a little tempting to swap away so they don't farm energy off on me, but let's see if they know Focus Blast is something to worry about. Even if not, I don't regret that play. What would it be? Like maybe one extra Thunder Punch? Either way, like, the key factor is that I get my Scizor in off on this Venusaur and not have my Swampert have to deal with it. That would make the difference between winning and losing this matchup. I don't even care what the last Pokemon is. What is it with these people swapping into Charizard on Scizor, thinking that they'll actually get to use their Charizard on my Scizor? Second battle in a row this happened. Like, did you actually think you're gonna be able to finish off my Scizor? Do you know how GBL works? Okay. This guy might actually be on to something though. It's a little too late, but I think I'm reading their mind, reading what they're up to. I have so much energy. I hate to use my last shield here, but Scizor can take care of it itself, and it might come down to later. I hate not being able to attack, but I might reach a point later on in this battle where I need to block a Sludge Bomb or a Frenzy Plant just because Scizor doesn't take hits as well. And that could make or break it. I mean, especially if I get that freaking attack boost. I doubt I need the attack boost at this point, but I won't complain about it. It is appreciated. So we'll just take that in here, right now. Go for one more Frenzy Plant. And that's the battle. Two out of 5. So far, so good. Let's see. Feels like I've talked a little bit about the battle itself a little too much. Any other stories I can share? Talked about the Landorus. I mean, it's not outdated for the stream. It might be outdated for the video, but I guess I could talk a little bit about... Hold on. I need to concentrate a little bit here, because... I was actually very conflicted about swapping the Scizor or staying in. I think what I'm going to do is see if they shield this, and we'll go from there. I think the game plan will be to try to swap as close to their next Frenzy Plant as possible. Well, so much for that plan. Man, and can you imagine if I just went for that Focus Blast in the first place? You know what though? Maybe I still can. I'm about to go down, so what I got to lose? If they don't shield, this is definitely going to take it out at this point. If they do shield, well, we're even on shields. I mean, hey, it didn't quite take it out. This is almost better. Like, if I didn't attack, then... You know what? This is perfect. One mud shot is all it takes to take care of the Venusaur. Big brain play here. If I did it with Scizor, they probably would have a counter ready to go, like Charizard. Lord knows we've seen a lot of those this set. But because of this, they have to think a little bit more about their counter. Because they're less like... If they have a Venusaur, I don't really think they have another Swampert counter if they're shooting to have a balanced team at least. So this is how I got myself in a Swampert versus a Gengar setup that I normally wouldn't get to enjoy. You know what? Gengar is frail enough. Might as well just go for this. No reason not to. Yeah, like they're going to be shielding whether or not I go for Earthquake or Hydro Cannon is my excuse me, logic. I think I'm going to shield here. I can at least get to one more Hydro Cannon before I go down. I just don't know what the last Pokemon is, so I don't know if Scizor or Swampert would be better. I'm not sure if Swampert will be able to do much at this range. Yeah, I can at least get one more Hydro Cannon off before going down. And that's going to make a huge difference. It'd be nice if I could get them to use that charge attack before going down. But I don't think I'm going to be that lucky. I think they're going to like... Oh! Maybe they will burn some of their energy. It's perfect, because... Neutral Dark Pulse... Okay, learn from last time. It might actually be worth, like, getting up to the Iron Head. I feel like by the time I get the Iron Head, this Muck will be at a range that a Night Slash will take it out for sure. But it doesn't... I'm gonna just be on the safe side. Like, if past experience things indicate, it would have been close. I might have just barely taken it out. But I have the energy for the Iron Head anyways. So why not go for it? So that's 3 battles in a row. Nice. See, no reason not to keep going. Anyways, what is the story I was gonna go into? It's talking about the fairy event starting up. Oh yeah, I guess I was just getting into some ramblings about... Actually feeling pretty good about the amount of time that they were in range. I feel like everyone else was complaining that they were in raids for too long, and now like everyone's so excited that Yvello's there. And it's almost like they completely forget that Yvello's kind of useless. Gets no fairy quick move, so you can't really use it as a fairy type attacker. So unless there's some sort of GBL purpose to it that I'm overlooking, like I don't see why everyone's so excited for Yvello or Xerneas or whatever the Rainbow Deer is. Like you get one for your Pokedex, and I can't think of a reason to keep going. Are people just that hopeful that it's gonna get a fairy quick move one day? And even so, like, assume that it's not gonna be locked as a raid exclusive move? Or is there some sort of Go Battle League purpose to it that I don't see? You know what, the easy way would be to just look on the internet and see. I think like half of it is just, since I'm gonna speculate on what other people are thinking anyways, I think like everyone's just tired of them because they've been in raids for so long. But I feel like this is the same community that complains about events being too short. It's just, I know it's probably different people complaining about different things, but when I just see it through the general community filter, it just feels like it feels hypocritical complaining about events being too short, but raids being too long. And you especially gotta keep in mind, this is a game that's... There are gonna be a lot of free-for-play players. So if it's a Pokemon that you actually have, like, a use for, like, the best ground type in the game, or the best, technically, even though the second best would probably do just as well, electric type in the game. I guess that's just why I don't really mind them popping up in raids so often. I wonder if I jumped the gun there. Might have been a little smarter to try to use that Hydro Cannon energy to whittle down this Drifloon a bit. We'll see. Oh yeah, that definitely stung. Whew. It's fine. It's fine. The last shield is gone. Maybe I'll get another Night Slash off before going down. And that will definitely put it into Hydro Cannon range. Yeah. I guess it would work either way. But I kind of wonder if I would have been smarter to stay in with Swampert and have that be the thing. Ooh. Was that did I really get attack paced by a Drifloon? Thankfully, I don't think it matters. Was I just not quick enough on the button? The game not registered that fast enough? Or did I really get CMP tied by a Drifloon? I don't know. I just feel like Swampert pow strong. Drifloon. more, not exactly a wall, but more on the bulky side than the powerhouse side. Thankfully, I won that one somehow. So it worked out in the end, but like I said, learning from these battles is more important than just winning, and I feel like there's an important lesson to take away from that, but it's just out of my grasp. Don't quite get what how that turned out the way it did. Because I could believe that it's GBL leg, but it could just as well have been a CMP tie. There isn't really a good way to tell. I gotta say, it's the first time I'm seeing this thing in raids. This is the evolved form of the new Pokemon from the current event that, like, I think it just came out yesterday. So either this person's been diligently hunting. I mean, they've been common enough that I could see someone already having the candies for the evolution. But I guess you could also, like, have the candies. Considering just letting me whittle it away, though, I don't know if... Now I'm tempted to look up this Pokemon on PvPoke and see, like, how it ranks, if it means anything. Because right now I'm just getting the impression that they're using it because the not a shiny Pokemon, but a shiny and, like, the shiny new car sort of concept. You know what? I'm kind of thinking, like, while I'm going on tangents, Draining Kiss. You don't see it too often. I think a big part of it is, like, it's not that great of a move. But I feel like it's also the perfect move to, like, have a GBL side effect. Also, I think, like, there might have been some brilliance to that play. Because I would have much rather have Scissor take care of the... Oh, third Charizard hard swap of the night. Wow, what is it with these people and hard swapping into their freaking Charizards? Is there, like, a strategic point that I'm overlooking? No, this guy just ran. He did not intend for... He was not planning around the Swampert. I was going to say, I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but nope. He just didn't see the Swampert coming. My god. That's a 5 out of 5 set. And how many wins were from Charizards? I definitely must have done 2 sets. And just was so in the commentating groove that I didn't know when one set ended and the other one began. But I think that's definitely the 3rd Charizard hard swap, if not the 4th. My lord. Thing was, like, I was just about to compliment the player of just, like, beating out my Ampharos for this random fairy type, only to bring in the real Charmer in the back. And then they just, like, couldn't stand their Togekiss getting... Couldn't stand losing their Togekiss. So... they tried to Charizard me. Well, I mean, this is a nice... Oh, cool, we're actually seeing Blue Bar in the Ace ranking. This is going to be interesting, because we do get another Specialized Cup coming, like, next week, I believe. It's the Retro Cup, so it's not exactly a Specialized Cup. Ooh, oh. And I will definitely take a second House Goomy. That's definitely nice in of itself, too. Anyways, like, this is probably getting so long on the commentating point, so... For me, the editing, this is where the set ends.